talk going on. Kevin blew up a little bit on the website about it. Well, he had one post. I can't say it's really a blow up, but and that was.
But you could hear how you said it.
And that was.
He's like, "This is freaking stupid. This is
Yeah.
hot. What?"
What's going on here? This is a unfair league or something. Well, however he said it. It was Brandon Marshall for Brandon Tate.
Yeah. The only thing those two guys they should ever be mentioned in the same conversation for is because they have the same first name. Because outside of that, they have nothing going for them together. They're in two different universes. Brandon Tate, I've never even heard of Brandon Tate until this year.
What I've been trying to say, and I even talked to Seth earlier today about this, is Seth the one that got Brandon Marshall. Okay. Brandon Tate is literally their 5th receiving option on a Patriots team.
Yeah, you can't deny that. Okay, you can go through their whole team and just tell me. First of all, Wes Welker is going to get the majority of all the catches there. They just acquired Deion Branch, who he and Tom Brady they must have love each other or something because he stunk in Seattle and he comes back and he had 9 catches already last week.
And their other two are they actually start two tight ends.
Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez, and they have the running back Danny Woodhead, who's their starting running back, who catches a lot out of the backfield too.
With the dump screen passes. So you could even argue that he's the 6th receiver on that team. He's only a deep threat. That's it.
And he turns kickoffs, but he already had one for a touchdown this year. So average, he might get one more this year, if that, and that's a good year.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, who is Brandon Tate? He's not even good.
Okay,
Brandon Marshall is one of the top receivers in the entire league.
So you just trade the 5th option on a team for maybe the number 5 wide receiver in all of fantasy.
In the entire league.
And my question is, Seth, directly to you, how do you look in your lineup and you go down the list and say, they're pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Oh, there's Brandon Tate. I bet you I could turn Brandon Tate into... I don't know, the best receiver that I could possibly think of getting for my team, Brandon Marshall.
The problem is, everybody that I've talked to in our league thinks it was the most ridiculous, unfair trade they've ever seen. Part of that is our problem, you know? Like I know Seth said, if you didn't like it, vote against it. Just so you know, Seth, 6 people voted against it. All it needed was 7 to get denied. But because it was over the weekend, a lot of people never saw it before it happened. And I think if people had time to see it, they would have rejected against it. Maybe it's my fault because as a commissioner, I set the settings and I have it for a 1-day period because most of the time people don't need to reject trades for more than a day. So I only set it for a day, but most people didn't see it. It kind of snuck in.
I didn't even see it. I didn't
yeah,
even
it snuck in over the weekend, and 6 people voted against it, and it didn't get time to do that. Or else I don't think it would have gone through. So you're right, Seth. We have the right to vote against it. That's what it was. I just don't think people knew about it.
Right.
Knew about it in time.
I think the question that you brought up, to me, that's the biggest one, is if you were going to propose a trade like that, would you propose it to anybody that has been keeping up with fantasy
Seth,
this
I mean,
year?
if you can honestly tell me, Seth, that you would propose, if I had Brandon Marshall on my team, and would you literally propose Brandon Tate to Brandon Marshall to me? I don't think you would have, because you know that I would have laughed and been like, this is ridiculous. So when you do it to Jocelyn, it seems like we're just taking advantage of somebody that doesn't know really that much about fantasy football.
And she had mentioned that she, even if she does know some about fantasy football, she hasn't been able to concentrate on that. She's had some stuff going on at home or whatever.
Right, she did. She had a real rough week. She freaked out. She was on the computer. She did all these trades. She called Levi to try to get some advice. He didn't answer, so she just clicked yes on all of them. Right. So Jocelyn, we're not mad at you at all, but next time if you don't know what to do, just click no on all of them. You can always repropose a trade later.
Yeah.
Just if you don't know, just click no on it. It's just unbelievable. In fact, just real quick, you know, your team after week 4, after you got the T.O. trade done, you took T.O. for Crabtree. When you took that trade, your team, I thought, was the best team, starting lineup, maybe in the league. Your projected points with that team this week would almost be 90 points if you still had that team. As it's now depleted from all these trades, you're projected with your starting lineup in for 58 points. It's almost a 40-point swing based off of just the trades that have been made. So it does feel like people kind of saw that as we went down the trades and started just jumping on those things.
Jumping on them a little bit.
Yeah.
And so let's just bring up the last one, because this one to me is even a bigger steal than the other one. I know you lean more towards the Brandon, but I think Turner and Michael Turner and Josh Freeman for Green Ellis, who is not even the starting running back on their team.
No, not at all.
On a team that is the worst running team in the entire league.
Least worst running team in the whole NFL.
And then throw Eli Manning in for fun, because Eli Manning is a point or two better maybe than Josh Freeman.
Yeah, but she already had just got Orton, and now you just throw in Freeman. You basically just took Michael Turner.
It was Michael Turner for Green Ellis.
First of all, whose name is Ben Jarvis Green Ellis? The guy has like 7 first names. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. Anyway, he had 1 week where he scored a touchdown because everybody was hurt. Now they got this other running back in, Woodhead. Ellis is never going to do anything again. I think Farley knew that. He's not. Ellis is not even a starting running back in fantasy football.
It's not you think Farley knew that. Yeah. Farley knew exactly what he was doing when he took Michael Turner for literally absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
and now he has another starting running back.
Dude, this is getting fun.
And I'm just telling you, like, I don't understand this.
I don't either.
Where's your competitive spirit?
Right, the competitive balance of the league is throwing off right now.
I mean, you know what's funny? 3 years ago, we had the same conversation about playoff teams, because back then we only had 4 playoff teams, remember?
Correct, yeah.
And we were talking about, we had a little joke going, who is going to pay the most to have people dump
you dropped all your players so the playoff teams could pick them up.
Or you could or you could trade or whatever and do like a week trade because you like Sam more than you like Ryan, or you like Sam more than you like Nick.
Well, everybody likes Sam more than they like Ryan for the most part. After this podcast, maybe not.
Well, especially, whatever. We're not even getting to the whole trade thing again with me, because I feel like I've offered so many fair trades this year that got just turned down. And then I see these and I'm just like, you've got to be.
I've offered 20 trades this year and I've gotten 0, by the way. So, Jules, we got to find one. I think it's apples or oranges. Let's just trade one. I want to trade somebody. I'm just not in the party right now.
Last year we had made like 30 moves by this time.
Oh, no. I got to go on that trade train right now. Let's get me going, somebody.
But anyway, to wrap this up, the whole trade thing, let's propose that, number one, nobody proposes trades to Jocelyn anymore.
Well, there's nobody left on our team to trade for. There's no one left you could even.
Maybe they want to go after Kyle Lord.
Maybe.
And number two, let's give Levi a couple calls.
Yeah.
When you get a trade proposed to you, no matter how much you think you know about fantasy, maybe just give him a call. Let him say a little something.
Don't talk to us. We're biased.
Obviously, we're a little
dumb.
biased.
You don't like
and we're
us.
arguing, and this has nothing to do with me not liking Seth or Farley. I like you guys just fine.
I love
both
you guys.
But those trades were completely ridiculous.
They were just wrong. I don't even, I've never met Jocelyn. I wasn't at trading. I don't even know you, Jocelyn. And I'm sorry. I feel bad. Your team is really bad now. You will not win a game this year. It's bad. I'm cheering for you. You're not going to win a game. It's really bad.
Yeah, I feel maybe she'll sneak one in maybe if she gets against. Well, no, the Cowboys already have their bye.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, everybody else, it's going great. We're really enjoying it. Thanks for doing all this, guys. Hopefully, we just get some fun comment. Again, remember, fantasy football. We do it because it gives us a fun thing to do as community builder, and that's exactly what's happening right now. We're all having a good time doing it. So make sure you get a lot of buys this week. Like 3 of my guys had buys. So make sure you get your lineup set this week for everybody to play. Have fun watching. We're going to pray that my Chargers figure out how to win one game because they're pathetic. And I appreciate everybody for all the other stuff they're doing. And just keep an eye, hey, the power is in your hands. If you don't like a trade, like we didn't, we voted against it, but on that side of things, if you don't like it, vote against it, That's why we live in America. Right. Exercise that right. If you don't like it.
Vote against something, say no to whatever.
Yeah. Seth, I love you. Hey, I got your email too, by the way, Seth. This is totally, who cares about this, but I'll email you back about something later because that's serious stuff and real things in ministry and life, and I care about you. This is just football. But anyway, hope everybody has a good rest of the week. Thanks for listening to this event. Get on the comment box. Write what you guys feel about this. Let's fire it up, and good luck this week.
But let's try to end it. Like, this week is our trade talk. Yeah. And then after the weekend's over, let's kind of just, quit our squabbles about that and
let's
move
just
on.
all, love each other. Hey, still I sing when it's not fair.
Whatever.
Yeah, later. We're out of here.
That works. See ya.